Welcome to this lesson on the European Union's AI Act, the world's first horizontal, legally binding regulation for artificial intelligence. By the end of this session, you'll understand its purpose, timeline, risk-based structure, and what organizations must do to comply, using practical tools recently released by the European Commission. What is the AI Act and why it matters? The EU AI Act sets out harmonized rules to ensure AI systems placed on the European market are safe, transparent, accountable, and respect fundamental rights. It was adopted in July 2024, and after its publication in the official journal of the European Union in July 2024, the Act officially entered into force in August 2024, with staggered application dates over 3 years. It represents a risk-based approach, meaning obligations scale with potential harm. Just as GDPR reshaped data protection, the AI Act will define the global standard for responsible AI development and use. Timeline of application. From entry into force, August 2024, the following deadlines apply. February 2025, 6 months. Prohibited AI practices become illegal. August 2025, 12 months. Obligations for general-purpose AI models start applying. August 2026, 24 months. Obligations for high-risk AI systems listed under Annex 3 take effect. August 2027, 36 months. Full implementation for all other high-risk systems under Annex 1. This phased approach gives organizations time to establish proper governance and risk management systems. The risk-based structure. The Act categorizes AI systems into 4 risk levels. First, unacceptable risk systems. These are banned outright. They include AI systems that clearly violate fundamental rights or human dignity. For example, social scoring applications that rate citizens' behavior, manipulative or exploitative systems that target vulnerable groups such as children, and biometric categorization that uses sensitive traits like ethnicity or sexual orientation. These systems cannot be placed on the European market under any circumstance. Second, high-risk systems. These are allowed, but they are strictly regulated. High-risk systems must undergo conformity assessment before deployment and remain under continuous monitoring throughout their life cycle. Examples include AI used for employment screening, credit scoring, educational grading, or any system that plays a safety-critical role in areas such as medicine, transport, or infrastructure. Third, limited risk systems. These AI applications carry moderate potential impact and are therefore subject mainly to transparency obligations. Developers must make sure users know they are interacting with an AI system. Examples include chatbots, deepfake or content generation tools, and emotion recognition software. The aim is to ensure users are not deceived about the artificial nature of the interaction. Finally, minimal risk systems. These are largely unregulated because their impact on fundamental rights or safety is very low. Common examples include spam filters, recommendation engines, and AI features in video games. Who must comply? Like GDPR, the Act has extraterritorial reach. It applies to 1. Providers placing AI systems on the EU market, even if based outside the EU. 2. Deployers, users located in the EU. Third, any provider or user outside the EU whose system outputs are used within the Union. This ensures global accountability for AI systems impacting European citizens. Key obligations for high-risk AI. Organizations developing or deploying high-risk systems must meet the following core requirements. Risk management system. Continuous risk identification, mitigation, and documentation across the AI lifecycle. Data governance. Training and testing data must be relevant, representative, and as free from bias and errors as possible. Technical documentation. A full record of system purpose, design, limitations, and performance. Logging and traceability. Systems must automatically record operational events. Human oversight. Deployers must remain capable of overriding or stopping the system. Accuracy, robustness, and cybersecurity. Systems must perform safely under foreseeable conditions. Fundamental Rights Impact Assessment, FRIA, required before the first use by public authorities and organizations in sectors like banking, education, and insurance. General purpose AI and systemic risk. The Act introduces special rules for general-purpose AI, such as large language models. If a model exceeds 10 to the 25th power flops of training compute or demonstrates systemic impact, it is classified as high-impact GPAI. These models must publish summaries of training content, conduct model evaluations and red teaming to assess safety, report serious incidents to the new EUAI office, maintain robust cybersecurity and watermarking measures. New EU compliance tools and support mechanisms. The European Commission has launched several tools to help organizations navigate compliance. EU AI Office, Central Authority for Coordination, Enforcement, and Systemic Model Oversight. EU AI Act Navigator, a digital self-assessment tool that helps organizations classify their systems by risk level and understand obligations. AI Pact, a voluntary program allowing companies to commit early to compliance before deadlines. Regulatory sandboxes, safe test environments for innovators and SMEs to develop and experiment with AI systems under supervision. These tools aim to make compliance practical, transparent, and innovation-friendly. Penalties for non-compliance. Violations of the Act carry substantial financial penalties, up to 35 million euros or 7% of global turnover for prohibited AI or unlawful data use, up to 20 million euros or 4% of turnover for other serious infringements, up to 10 million euros or 2% for supplying incorrect information to authorities. The EU AI Act is reshaping global governance. It combines ethical ambition with enforceable regulation, requiring organizations to adopt structured governance, transparency, and human oversight. Tools like the AI Office Portal, AI Act Navigator, and regulatory sandboxes now make compliance far more accessible. For practitioners, aligning with ISO/IEC 42001 or NIST AIRMF provides a strong foundation for readiness and certification.